One of those people that absolutely hate my guts, they can't stand me, is this guy right here. You like, whoa, which one? Is it Brent or is it Scott Zillner? You know, who knows, man? I think, you know, behind the scenes, they saying Brent be throwing me under the bus, but, you know, it's all good. I really don't care. But Scott Zillner, right, everybody, Scott Zillner, the founder of Morphicon, that he does the cons every 2 years. And we touched on this briefly, but, you know, I was with Francis in April and I really didn't get a chance to give him the floor like he wants, you know. And this happens sometimes when you deal with people who really don't know how the internet works per se. So because they don't know how the internet works, sometimes it comes out, their ignorance comes out when they speak on things that take place in the internet. Okay, and you guys know Matthew Eakin, you know, he said, let's burn the bridge. He's burning the bridge with Scott Zillner. Okay, so when you talk to these Power Rangers and you say Henry Resilient, people's eyes are going to roll. They're going to hate it. They're going to be in an uncomfortable position. They're probably not going to want to talk to you because you associate with me, or you saw a video of me, or you saw a clip of me. They don't want you to ask them any tough questions, especially about any of the content I bring up, because as Scott Zillner says, he is just a hate monger. Now, you can't think that this thought process does not permeate through the people that Scott associates with, considering he puts on one of the largest, he puts on the mecca for Power Rangers. Like, if you're a Power Rangers fan, you have to go. And, you know, that's a gift and a curse, because even if you don't like what he's doing or you don't like what he supports, if you're a Power Rangers fan, you're going to be there one way or the other.
Took over Morphicon 2006. We went from a small room of about, the first show was 250 people, to today we're well over 6,000 people. Welcome to Morphicon. We do the show every other year, and the reason for that is to give people time to save up and come from all over the world.
Now, there have been a couple Power Rangers people who have, you know, said, hey, if you have an Austin there, I'm not going to be there. But, you know, here is what, you know, he said. His entire stick is literally trying to turn people on fire for ratings. Now, I wouldn't say I'm trying to turn people on fire for ratings. I'll react to this word for word. I do play clips. If someone says, hey, I got 3 black belts, and then another clip, they say they got 2 black belts, I'm like, hey, this guy is either lying or delusional or maybe forgot. Shout out to Austin St. John. But that's what I do, guys. I play clips, and when people clip me on Twitter, they're not clipping. No one really clips me in what I say. They don't. They always go to the source material. Austin St. John says he wants to clip, make Hitler shirts. They don't clip the live stream. They clip the video of him saying, I want to make Hitler shirts.
And then I'm building a warrior line where I will go back in history, you know, from pre-Greek days, as far back as I can. I'm going to have famous quotes from warriors of all ilks, including the terrible ones. Wow. Hitler was, you know, a demon on steroids, but he had some pretty good one-liners.
Austin St. John making fun of a gay person. They don't clip the live stream where I'm saying, hey guys, here's Austin St. John making fun of a gay person. They clip the clip right then and there.
Where you can take orders from or direction from? No, I mean, come on. Hey guys, could you, I'm gonna need you at the top. What was it again? Oh, that command thingy. I'm gonna need you there with the little robot guy. But it's actually a girl, but it's actually a he, she. So I'm gonna need you there, and I'm gonna need you to talk to All Down. And then you're gonna go say stuff. And could you put on the spandex? I'm gonna need a little bit different. Ooh, just tilt the belts right there. Oh yeah, let it hang. Give it some sachet. Right off the hip. Let the pistola, is that what we're calling it? The pistola, the taser thing. Could you just do something with that? Just like, ow, you know? I mean, could you just, no, come on. That would have been a whole nother show. So it's just, thank God.
Me turning people on fire for ratings, you know, I'm just showing them the evidence, and the evidence is what ends up going viral. Okay, I am a public figure, but he went into my private page to make comments about statements I made that's going to happen, but I stand by what I said. Now, he's a idiot, because if he was to watch the stream, he would know I didn't go to your personal page. I'm not friends with you. on any social media platform. I think I follow you on Instagram. Let me tone it down. I do follow you on Instagram, right? So me being friends with you on Instagram, where do I get this from? Blaze Toys, Scott. Blaze Toys posted this online for all to see. And what did I do? I covered it where it says, hey, to be clear, this is the first message, but let's go to the first message that he posted. Just a reminder, if you don't like some of the guests that I invite out to the shows, you don't have to meet them. You do not have to interact with them, but please do not send me threatening emails or threats to me personally. If you do not like it, just move along. Now, this is posted by Blaze Toys. I got it from Blaze Toys, not your personal social media accounts or anything like that, only your public ones, or I just get your picture, but I don't go on your personal one. So maybe just get your facts straight when you're speaking on me and shit. Where he says, to be clear, it was just a threat, not a death threat. I do this event just for fans. It's not for me. I end up doing weeks and weeks of 20-hour days, much to the detriment of my body and mind, and try to make an experience for all the fans, not just a few. Some fans don't want to deal with Austin, then don't. Other fans want to see him, and your dislike does not overrule another fan's wants. Okay, someone said he needs that money. He could be in a bind.
I'm in a bind.
He could be in a bind. And he like, look, I don't care what you said. I don't care if I am Jewish and you said you want to make Hitler shirts. I need money. So all that Hitler stuff, it don't mean nothing to my bottom line. Now let's get back to what he said. Let's keep going. Let's keep reacting. We're gonna react hard. There's too many Power Rangers and too many people to try and pick sides. I'm a promoter for a convention for the fans and want to see people. This is true, but there are some promoters who like, look, I'm taking a stance. Anyone with Galactic Productions will not be at my Comic-Con. Shout out to Fayetteville Comic-Con. He picked sides. He took a stance. I'm going to try to do my best to put them at the show. Other people don't want to see them, then don't see them. Not to control fans because another fan doesn't like that person. People want to make me a bad guy, and that's what's going to happen. I can't make everyone happy. Now, the only person who really wants you to be seen as a bad guy and held accountable is Brent. Every time he comes on the stream, he's like, you should be talking about Scott. He brought Jacob there. He brought Austin to Jacob. You should be talking about Scott Zillner. Well, now we are talking about Scott Zillner. And to say, hey, people hate him, which we don't. I mean, I don't care for him. I don't wish no ill will upon him or anything. But no, I don't hate anyone, not even Austin St. John. But anywho, realistically, a lot of this drama, all backs to that dude in his YouTube videos. This is a false statement. This is cap.
Stop the cap.
All the drama leads back to Austin St. John and his videos and then what he says. Not me. No one's like, oh, Henry cut this video and let me post it on Twitter for all to see. They like, no one is retweeting and reposting my videos like that. It's mostly Austin St. John. You're getting this shit from the horse's mouth. And that's another thing. People got mad before they saw the final object was ASJ Hitler shirts. Okay. He clearly did go in there and say he wanted to make Hitler shirts. The only people who are saying, well, he didn't explicitly say he was going to make Hitler shirts are coping. The cope is real. Okay. I guarantee I could find 2 quotes from 2 different people and ask which one was from Hitler, and you wouldn't be able to tell me. And this is Matthew saying the last one was pretty bad. I asked him if he had seen ASJ shirts, and he said he had better things to do. So you mean to tell me one of your guests says he's going to make Hitler shirts, make some shirts, and you don't even go look? Hey, trust is trust. Trust is trust. Because he helps rescue rats. Yes, he's trying to rescue Austin St. John's career, but he keeps damaging it. And as a result, there is a petition to get to remove Austin St. John from Power Morphicon. It has 674 signatures, right? So 674 people want him gone. And, this is a petition directly linked to Power Morphicon. Now, I'm sure people are like, this is great press. This is great press for Power Morphicon. It looks really good that people do not want him here. They got a petition. It just brings more light to him. Hey, Austin St. John was the original the original Red Power Ranger. Since then, he's been in legal trouble, also releasing a clothing line with quotes from warriors throughout history, but also includes Hitler. Now, this is a false statement, but at the time when it was created, he had yet to deny making Hitler shirts. He also has been in trouble with fraud for the COVID fund. That's a truthful statement.
That's a truthful statement.
The majority of fandom does not want him at Power Morphicon, which that could be another truthful statement. His appearance is causing guests and actors to drop out of the con. This is also a truthful statement. We love it there, and we don't want it tainted by an actor who will do anything to make money, even if it includes hurting the community that made him famous. But what about Scott Zillner, who would do anything to make money? Now, look, the comments on here are, what they're about what you expect. They're about what you expect. They call him a racist, homophobic, transphobic, bigot who shouldn't be allowed at the con. The actor has lost my respect. He's blocking everyone that disagrees with the t-shirt fiasco on top of his COVID scam from last year, yet won't do anything about the people that are actually being problematic, racism, homophobia. He should not be allowed there. I am absolutely disgusted, speaking as a once big Power Ranger fan and who's part German of all places, and that Austin would literally go as far as to do this disgusting act. It's clear that he has a huge ego, which has grown so large that he thinks he can do anything he wants to get away with it because he has the first Red Ranger. When Leo from the Lost Galaxy, Carter from Lightspeed Rescue, Wes from Time Force, Jack from SPD, and Scott from RPM all were far better Red Rangers than him, and Jason wasn't my favorite. This is a little personal, but you kind of get the gist of where this is going, right? But according to Scott, this has nothing to do with Austin. This is everything to do with me. And on top of that, remember, this is the same guy who, according to Brent, if you believe Brent, he is like, yeah, I think Jacob is innocent. I side with him. He needs to be at cons. We need to help sell his merch. He's there showing his face. And in the end, when the pressure came, what did he do? He folded. He folded like a cheap suit. He removed the video from the Power Morphicon website, removed the announcement, and the only place the video can be found is on his personal page. But me, I'm the hate monger. I'm over here just educating the people like, hey, if you're supporting Jacob, remember guys, Jacob was convicted of some things. You like, what was he convicted of? I think we went over it ad nauseum right here. You know what I'm saying? We went over it. I pulled it back up. Original convicted offense, sex with a minor, oral copulation, all furnishing a minor with marijuana. And the whole shtick of it all was, I believe, right here where it talks about this person was, I hate to say it. You can see it right here. Furnishing a minor under 14. What is this? Look. The truth will always be in black and white. This is the person he wanted to platform. This is the person he wanted to present to the world. And he was aware of these stories. Scott Zillner, according to Brent, if you believe what Brent says, was aware of all of his convictions and still said, yes, bring him to the con.
I spoke to the owner of Power Morphicon, and there's a reason why that video's still up.
What's the reason?
They heard Jacob's side, and it seems like they sided with him. And people can make a decision for themselves whether they want to boycott Power Morphicon. I think Patrick said they're all going to be there. So this issue of Jacob being at the con, I was told by Scott Zillner that he got clearance by his probation officer.
Oh, all right.
So and I could disclose this because Scott said, you asked me, so I'm telling you. So it's not like he told me to keep it private. He got clearance from his probation officer, and Jacob asked Scott if he could see ASJ. So if people want to talk about ASJ, then they need to talk about Scott and his actions. And it's totally fair if people like Cheyenne want to take issue with both of them. It's totally fair because he's the owner and the buck stops with him.
So they sided with him having sex with an underage girl? Was that the story Jacob gave him?
No. The story that I don't know if it's true or not, fake ID. So but apparently to fight it, there's a huge risk. So he took, I don't want to say plea, but it sounds like a plea. And I don't know
I have a copy.
Was it a plea? Okay, I don't know.
Copy of the plea deal.
Okay. I don't know any of this. So yeah, so he took a plea, it seems like, and now he faces the shame of people criticizing him, and that's the choice he made, because apparently JDF told him to fight it, and that's what happened according to what Scott told me. I don't know. That's what he's relaying to me. So if people are going to say that I'm a liar, I'm just relaying what Scott told me. So that's why the video's still up, because they stand with
Why did
Jacob's
he take
side.
the picture down, though? Why did Scott take the picture down of him?
The backlash. He told me that too many people, and he won't come out and speak out of it because it'll cause even more problems, and people will say that you're supporting a criminal. And if that's what people want to, and he runs the biggest con in probably the world for Power Rangers, and if he speaks out, it's going to cause more problems. So if people want to boycott Power Morphicon, that's their choice. But I bet you all the people criticizing ASJ and Scott, they're all going to be at Power Morphicon. So it's just, or maybe not. We'll see.
But this is where we at. I'm the Hate Monger, giving you your hate. Get your pitchforks, going out there and spread the hate. And now, speaking of Scott Zillner platforming Jacob, right? Platforming him, helping him sell his merch. We got the Lex story. But do me a favor, like the video. Let me know in the comment section if I'm a hate monger or does Scott just got it wrong and he just doesn't like the heat. And I'll see you next video. Peace. All right, yeah, we definitely